Well, hello friends and followers. Here's a checkout video of this Ten Tec Paragon I that my brother wants. And I've spent time repairing the speaker on it, which the previous owner kind of chewed up, and I put a tie wrap on it, resoldered the wires, and put strain relief on it so the speaker wire comes out the side. The trouble was there was no strain relief, and the previous owner wrecked up the speaker, but I didn't want to buy a new one. Don't know where they are. They're expensive. So anyway, hopefully that'll work. I also soldered the end of the little wire there, end of the little Molex, to have some solder on it. So maybe that'll make it work better. It worked, but intermittently. This thing also has a speaker plug in the back, so you can plug a speaker with a 1/4-inch plug in the back of this thing. The power supply has such a plug for a speaker, and then you could listen to it that way too. So the other problem with this radio when I got it from Florida was that the VCO board down here, I think the major loop board, had solder issues on the board itself. So when I got the radio, there was one big screw here holding this cover on and nothing else. So I got in there and resoldered the board, and it works now. Since this radio is going overland on UPS ground, I found some screws to put in here to hold this whole assembly down well. I left the wrong screw in there from the previous owner because I ran out of screws. I don't have one for there. But anyway, I think this thing will make the trip back to Iowa from Las Vegas, and hopefully all is well. This battery seems to work. Hopefully it will hold charge for my brother. I have this thing set to Iowa time here, Iowa time zone, and to run this thing you can hit display here and it will show you a date or time or a little memo there, so it's kind of cool. And what else? Well, let's see if it'll work. See if it'll work decently. So I did take the front panel off just now, and I lubricated these controls, which were scratchy, and I didn't get to these, but let's see how it works. So there's WWV on 10 megahertz. Oh yeah, so I gotta put the speaker on, so let's do that. So to put the speaker on this thing, you simply want to drop the lid on, and with one hand, that's going to be a great trick. Let's see if I can pull it off. First, you want to put the speaker little wire in there. See if you can do that. The wire goes. Yeah. I told you it would be easy with one hand. The little wire goes onto here. Half the battle is doing this with one hand. There we go. 77 wire goes onto here. There. And I did solder up that connector. It looks terrible, but it might have been loose. I don't know. Okay, and turn the radio off when you're doing this. And now let's get this thing on here. So this wire will get stuck in here. I've done this before. So the first thing you want to do is get the front engaged, and that's hard. Whoops. Scratching the hell out of it. So the first thing you want to do is get disengaged. Dip it under here and push it forward. If it'll go. Whoa. Again, with one hand, this is not a good idea. I'm going to put the phone down for a minute. Do it that way. Here we go, two hands. Two hands, and tuck in the speaker wire in the back. And we're done. So, two hands wins. Now we have this thing all ready to go. Let's see if it works. Power up. Power up. And it should say what time it is there. It's showing the date. There's the time. Volume. No volume. That's an issue. And we're on sideband here. That probably means the RF gain's down. Squelch off. RF gain. So I've been mucking with this thing here. RF gain is where? RF gain is here. There we go. Full RF gain. AM. So the amateur radio bands are really bad today. There's much signal anywhere to be had. Let's try 15 meters, 15 megahertz. Yeah, bands aren't good. Here's AM broadcast.
How did you find me, child?
35-point game, but that's what the situation.
The my separate him.com.
El tema de él.
All right, well, I think the bands are hammered today, so I don't think we're gonna hear much. Not much going on. Must be sunspots or something. Let's try 20 meters. Let's try this one here. Let's see. Enter 181. See what's going on here. Okay, there's some FT8. Anyway, not much going on. So with that said, then can we transmit, say, on 40 meters? Let's try that. So forward power processor, let's go to 40 meters again. Enter 7.2, enter. That takes us on 40 CW mode. Let's try tune, RF power, take the power down. Tune mode, the power should go up, it does. I'm mucking with the power wire, the power knob here, and there's full power. Anyway, this antenna has some SWR, so I'm not gonna max it out, but looks good. Reflected power, a little bit, looks good. So we are transmitting. Go to lower sideband and turn the mic gain up, processor on, processor on. Grab the microphone and look for forward power here. KB3 whiskey test, forward power, 1, 2, 3 test. Take your RF power up all the way on sideband. KB3 whiskey test, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3. Test upper sideband, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Reasonable. Gonna leave the power down. Okay, receive wise, well, we have nothing much to receive with here, so I can't really show you anything. No one's talking, and the band's dead. Let's try upper sideband here. Nobody on 20. Well, there must be some bad sunspot stuff going on because nothing is happening here at all. How about FT8? There's somebody. Check the filters. Notch. That works great. Nice and smooth. Bandpass. Fade. Works good. Bandpass. Yep, works good. Tone. Volume. Looks good. Noise blanker on and off. PTT Vox, QSK, AGC off and on. Fast and slow. There we go. So I think the radio is ready to ship to my brother. I think he'll like it, I hope. I already sent him a power supply. The only bad thing about this radio is the bottom is missing. I never got a bottom with it, and I want to retain the bottom for my Omni 6. So my poor brother gets no bottom with this thing. It never had a bottom. I think they tried to fix this thing. Boy, I really scratched it there, didn't I? I think they tried to fix this thing, and it was kind of they tried to fix it, and it just got left to kind of rot. And then I think probably the son got it and sold it or something because the father died. Who knows? It's one of those sad stories, but it has no bottom. No bottom whatsoever. But I think my brother will enjoy it. Okay, that's it. This thing's going in a box. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.